So without further ado, let's introduce Jesse Fisco, our rising star agent.
Hey, thanks, Rob, and thank you guys for joining this call this morning. Like Rob said, this is something we did at the tech conference, and it was awesome. And this is something that I feel has really helped my open houses, one, get more traction, and two, I have found a lot of business by doing this through open houses. And I'll give you kind of a background as to why I focus on the open house a little bit. My first listing I ever took, I was sitting there and was like, hey, we're going to do an open house. So put the photo on the MLS and put all the information on there. And then was super gung-ho, yes, we're going to find a buyer for this home and we'll double in this transaction, or, you know, all the little emotions that go through your head when doing an open house. And I got there, and for the 2 hours I sat there, not a single person came through. And it was kind of like smack right across the face to reality that, you know, it takes more time and more effort to market your open house than just being this, you know, young hotshot agent that thinks that they're just going to have a bunch of people and everyone's going to worship the ground you walk on. So a little bit about me.
Hey, Jesse, before you go to the next slide, can you check to see if people I just got a text message, somebody trying to get in.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's see.
You got just at the top tab there. There you go. You got a few people sitting there.
Awesome. Yes. So a little bit about me. So first, a husband, father, real estate agent, and I've recently become a licensed loan officer with Canopy Mortgage. I've been a full-time real estate agent for 2 years now, and year-to-date for 2019, volume of about $7.8 million, with a couple more pending. Our goal this year is to hit 10. So we've really loved doing it. My wife and I are a team, and as you can see, our little girl there as well. She's kind of the show. She is what motivates and what drives both of us to just go out there and work hard. So we'll jump over here to the why. Gary Keller said a well-marketed listing should always bring you a new buyer. So when I was first in the industry, realized, oh my gosh, you know, I need to read some books and understand about this. I read The Millionaire Real Estate Agent, and this is the one out of that entire book, because there was just a lot. This is the one quote that really just stood out to me because, you know, I had this listing and I could not find a buyer for it, and it was just frustrating. So that's the why, and this is why we do this. So with this strategy, really quickly, out of the last 3 open houses that we've hosted, we've had 2 new listings, 3 new buyers, and 1 referral from one of the new buyers. The total closed commission out of these 6 transactions, $61,000, and that's in 3 open houses. So you guys could, during the busy seasons, get a listing, go out there, and utilize this strategy. The results may vary depending on your individual efforts, but I don't think anyone would complain about 3 open houses and making $60,000 and keeping their business afloat. So we'll jump over.
Show of hands, who's made less money by doing worse jobs? That's what I thought. Everybody, right?
Absolutely. So we'll jump in to how I marketed the home. And when I say I mean us. I don't know why I put that there. But here's what we try to do. We try to get the attention of everyone around the house. And then we're going to go in and develop interest and then desire and action. As you guys can tell, there's a 4-stage funnel, and everyone goes into this funnel a little bit differently. And so what we're going to do to attract these people and keep them from the attention stage to the action stage is what we're going to go over right now. So when I get a listing or I have an open house, what I'm wanting to do here is I am pulling 1,000 numbers or more from Cold Directory. And Cold Directory is a third-party subscription that if you are a member of Aubrey & Associates, you have access to for free. So you can go in, pull 1,000 numbers around the home, and you're going to upload those 1,000 numbers into 2 programs. One is Fly Broadcast, which is a voicemail drop system, and it's super cheap and super effective. So the way Slide Broadcast works is that when you put in your voicemail and you put in these numbers, it will ring once and then show a missed call, turn around, and it will leave a voicemail on that individual's phone. So you're leaving a voicemail, something along the lines of, "Hey neighbor, this is Jesse, your local real estate agent, letting you know about this open house that is going to be occurring on this day at this address. This home won't last long. We're super excited and hope that you invite your friends and family or anyone you know looking to buy or sell real estate." So general, very basic script on the broadcast here when we're sending out this voicemail. But more importantly, we're taking the same 1,000 numbers that we've left this voicemail for, and we're uploading it to an audience in Facebook. With that audience, we are doing the exact same thing, very similar to the voicemail of just saying, yes.
Hi, this is Angie Erickson from Park City High School. Are you there?
Yes.
Hello?
Hello? Okay. Don't know what happened there.
Yeah, me either. That was interesting. Okay. Could you check one more time real quick, see if somebody's trying to get in?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I'm not used to not having control. So
I'm sorry, Rob.
No, you're perfect. But usually I keep it open on two screens. I have the people trying to get in on one screen and then the slides on another side. It's easier for me to see.
Gotcha. Okay. So with this, like I said, we are pulling in these 1,000 numbers into Facebook, and we're putting this as like a, hey, this home just got listed, and we're also targeting these people with a post essentially showing that the open house is happening and where the addresses are. I never, ever give the price because some people will call back with this live broadcast or will reach out to you via Facebook, and that is a warmer lead than what you're generally getting. So one agent actually that I'm working with right now on the lending side, we had him do this, and he sent out 1,000 voicemails. 981 of them were completed, and he had one lady reach out to him and say, "It's funny that I got your voicemail. I'm actually thinking about listing my home." And that was just from the first voicemail drop. So really cool, and it works. So what we're going to do is jump over to Monday, and we're going to create that Facebook post. We're going to send it out to our SOI, and we're going to send it out to these 1,000 numbers, and we're just getting general knowledge out there. Once again, your event should be simple, just providing information about the home, number of bedrooms, number of baths, what do you like about the home. Tuesday through Thursday, this is up to you. The just listed calls, I love this because it gives me an opportunity to add people to my SOI. Also, maybe post it on KSL or Craigslist or any other marketing that fits your style. Going to Friday, this is when we release the voicemail drop, and we release it around 5 p.m. on Friday when everyone's getting off work, going into the weekend, super excited. And they get this voicemail drop that essentially, like I said, is informing them about the open house. So this is what on Facebook it's going to look like, just a very basic, just listed picture that you're going to force out to these thousands of numbers and also to your SOI. Just very basic. This is what we do. You don't have to do the same thing. Once again, this is your style. People are attracted to the way you do your marketing, and you want those type of people that are attracted to the way that you do your business because it makes it an easier client for you. So that's the just listed on Facebook page there. And so we're going to get to the open.
Before you move on, yeah. Charles, I was wondering, on the event, are you listing price or any, just the basic just listed, and you're using the photos, right? And you're just sending that to your custom audience you created, or is it going to everyone?
That's a great question. So I have 3 separate Facebook posts going out. One is a open house event that I have boosted. The other is these 1,000 numbers, my custom audience that I've created from the whole directory, I'm sending this out to them, inviting them personally to the open house. And then my third is going out to my SOI. All of these posts I spend less than $1 a day on. And so it cost me $21 to get to my SOI, to get to this directory of 1,000 numbers, and then also just a general Facebook event. What I've found is the Facebook event doesn't really attract the buyers as much as personally having a post in front of them. And keep in mind, you can do anywhere from 1,000 to 10,000 people with this cold directory. Then the numbers are infinite, and you can target these people as much as you'd like. 1,000 is where we first started.
Does that answer your question?
But he's not. But he said he was not putting the price up too. That was one of his questions.
Yeah, absolutely no price, because I want people to come to the open house, because once I'm in front of them, I feel more confident to give them a firm handshake, look them in the eye, say, "Hi, I'm Jesse. Thanks so much for coming. How did you hear about us?" And then answer questions. Buyers are so techy nowadays that they can pull up that price and they can find that home if they want. But my goal is just to have a conversation with them before any other agent.
So are you using boosted posts or doing it as a direct ad?
So the boosted post for the open house, just like the event, I just boost it. And then with the ad is the direct ad through Facebook.
Okay.
And if anyone has any questions on how to do that, I'm happy to help. I find that the more I help people, the more enriched with clients I become. So I really love it, and I'd be happy to help. And I'll give you guys my contact information after this, and feel free to reach out for scripts or anything like that.
Well, he's one of our agents. He's in the MLS for sure.
Yeah.
And Jesse is coached by Mike Ferry, so he's definitely in the scripts and dialogues.
Absolutely. So with the open house, something that I have found, and this is just me, is that if I have a lender at the open house and the lender is driving the sign-in, and the lender can provide like a giveaway or something, and then promote that, sign-in, if I can get phone numbers and emails, that really helps my case. And so think about that, just having a lender there answering questions, and basic, simple mortgage questions is great. We've actually had lenders take people on the spot and write up offers on our own homes. So that's awesome as well, so consider that. But my goal on the open house day is just to look attractive. I've gone out and done all the work on the open house, and I know and I am confident that people are coming. So I'm going to obviously have a sign-in, get my emails, get my phone numbers, and then during the open house, I'm not following people around the open house. I feel like that is what I call the lost dog approach, where I'm following people into rooms, and it makes people really, really uncomfortable. So what I do in this time is I go Facebook Live and just say, "Hey, I'm standing in front of this open house," and I just continue to market. I'll answer any questions, because buyers will always have questions, and whether they're legitimate questions or not, they'll have something for you, and they'll come up and ask. And then obviously, I'm looking for any low-hanging fruit, someone that talks to my lender. I love this house, want to put an offer in, great, let's do it. So that's my open house day. I have found that open houses are what you make of them. So what I have done in the past, my last one, we literally brought a snow cone machine, and we had our lender inside showing the house, and I, as the agent, was out there making free snow cones for everyone that walked out of the open house, and I had an opportunity to have more of a conversation with people outside of real estate and build connections. And to be honest with you, with that last listing, we found the buyer for the home and double-ended the transaction. So that's, once again, my style, and it was a lot of fun. But, may I suggest doing like a Halloween open house if you're thinking about doing one this month. And it's super easy, and you could even dress up, but just be yourself and have fun with it, because the more that you are you, the more attractive you're going to be to people that are like you, and they're going to want to work with you. So we're going to jump over
that was a great point while you're switching. So if you're not being you, you're not going to attract anybody because you're not being authentic. When you are authentically you, you're going to attract people that are like you, and which is typically who you do business with anyway. So you might as well be fully you and take full advantage of it.
Absolutely. I mean, I'm going on a cruise at the end of this month, and so I put some Hawaiian music, and I just was sure to tell everyone, hey, I'm going on a cruise, and, just having excitement and making it fun, because once again, people want to know about you. They find you interesting. So open up a little bit, be outside of real estate. And I learned this the hard way. Like my first year, it was, hey, I'm an agent. Who do you know buying or selling? Hey, I'm an agent. And everyone. And I did end some relationships a little bit because like everyone was like, all you ever do is talk about real estate. And they're like, don't you have a hobby? I'm like, well, yeah, I like the Utah Jazz. So, and then they're like, hey, that's interesting. Let's talk. So that's, just be yourself and be authentic. And it's the natural law of attraction, you're going to attract people that like to work with you.
There's a phrase, I want to jump in real quick. There's a phrase called jab, jab, right hook. And what that means is on social media, jab, jab is being social, because everybody forgets social in the word social media. So jab, jab is being social. Right hook is asking for business. So you don't ask for business every post. You do a lot of jabbing, and then you do the right hook.
Yeah, absolutely. And something I found, just to capitalize on that too, Rob, is that if you keep your business page separate from your personal page, you will have a lot more success, and here's why. Because when people go through Facebook and they see a normal ad, they go, oh, some business, and they skip over it. But if they see a picture, or if they see advertising through your personal page, you've instantly entered the realm of an MLM company that everyone gets bombarded with. Everyone knows someone that works there, and everyone gets annoyed by that. So honestly, just go in there and have a separate page for your real estate and a separate page for your personal life, and post to both. And sometimes, commingle both real estate and your personal life in a personal post. But, separate the two, and you'll have a lot more honestly, you'll just have a lot more feedback from friends and family that are like, wow, your business is doing well. And now it separates your business, but then you can go back and say, hey, I like the Utah Jazz, So we'll jump back in. So when we're going under contract, this is something that I learned a little bit later that I absolutely love. When the home goes under contract, post a picture of the same home that now says under contract. Go out there and target the 1,000 numbers that you used for your voicemail drop and send them a Facebook post that says, hey, this home went under contract. The next day, go and drop a voicemail again that says, hey, I just wanted to give you an update of everyone who walked through the open house. This house, the open house, we appreciate your support. We had 10 buyers walk through the home. We had 2 people that put in an offer, and this home went under contract in X days. Don't lie. Just give it to them straight, because people will look at that and go, oh, my gosh, you had, 52 people come from your home. You had 7 offers. The home went 20,000 above. Or people will go, man, you had one person come through this open house and you didn't get an offer until 3 days after this open house. And allow people to see what's going on in the market. Remember, you're the professional, and if you are honest with them, you might catch that person that's like, oh, I'm going to list, my house is going to sell really quick, and then they realize, well, no, my neighbor's house that is worse than mine took longer to sell. I wonder if the market's slowing down. So be honest with them, and they will come to you and ask you more questions. So drop that voicemail, something simple like, hey, guys, this is Jesse, your local realtor, letting you know that we got this home under contract. I appreciate your support and sending your friends and family our way. Just want to let you know we had 10 people come from the open house. We did not have any offers, but we're still marketing the home. Please invite any of your friends or neighbors to come take a look. And if you do have offers, hey, we had 3 offers and the home went for asking price or went very close to listing price. And then also, if you do have an offer on the home, at that point say we still have these many qualified buyers that are still looking for a home in your area, call me to see, if you would like to have a private showing. So just always be marketing. Just always be out there talking to people. And the cool thing is you can beat yourself through a voicemail because someone's not in your ear screaming at you saying, why are you calling me? So once again, with what we do is a little bit different. We utilize Facebook a lot. And so this is something that you guys can do as well when you're at the open house. This is just a quick video that we put in front of the same people. Our SOI, we put it in front of the 1,000 numbers, just showing them how we marketed the open house. So I'll play this quick video for you. And I don't know what the sound looks like, so if it gets pretty hairy, I apologize.
Someone assuming there's audio to that, Jesse, because we can't hear it.
Yeah, there is audio. I wonder.
Yeah, it's not going to play. In other words, the presentation mode that you're in is not going to pick up the audio unless you're doing it unless you put your microphone on that speaker, but that could cause feedback.
Yeah, and so with this video, there's no me talking or anything. It's literally just music, just an upbeat, hype type of music. And what's funny is that this was all done on a cell phone and then was sent out to a company called Fiverr. That's Fiverr. And I paid someone in the Philippines $15 to edit this video, add music, and make it YouTube ready. So all I had to do is click download and send out to my SOI to this 1,000, this list of 1,000 numbers. I ran an ad on Facebook. Once again, $1 a day. This is extreme cheap marketing, but then what's cool about this as well is I now have put this onto YouTube. So 80% of people that go to the internet actually look to learn through video. And then the other 20% go to Google. So because YouTube and Google are owned by the same company, my video is going to be posted towards the top if someone is looking at open houses or any ideas relating to an open house. And they can see this video and go, oh, okay, cool. So that's the power of using video. We absolutely love it. But that's how you can retarget. I guess I missed one more slide here. I apologize. Let's see here. And this is an example of what the Facebook post looks like when the home goes under contract. And going to Charles here, this is definitely an ad that we've run that is targeting this 1,000 numbers. And then I also like to do the similar post just targeting my SOI. But very simple photo, a couple photos here. But what's the most important is over here in the corner. 52 people came through this open house. I know that because they signed in. 8 offers on the property under contract. And I send this as a post to those thousands of numbers and to my SOI. And then for those that don't use Facebook, I turn around and I make a card with the same information. Sellers want to know how soon their home is going to sell and how much. And, and they don't want the hassle, right? And so Rob and I talked about this the other day. If I can show them, hey, in 48 hours we had X amount of offers, and this is what the home looked like. And over here in the top right corner, I wish I could zoom in, but it says something along the lines of, hey, this is the prep work it took to get these results. Once again, sellers want to know, tell me, what is it I need to do to get this result? So we just included the prep work. This is directly from Tom Ferry. So if you have any questions on that, he does have a video that you can go and watch. And I kid you not, this flyer went out, and the day it went out, I had a couple phone calls of people asking about it. So what we're going to do is jump over here. Finally, when the home is sold, we are going to just repeat. And if you guys think about it, if you have a voicemail, a Facebook post, and you're getting videos, or maybe you're getting a mailer, at the end of this, people could be touched from you between 6
to 12 times, depending on how much effort you're putting there. And if you think about that, like that is more times a follow-up than a normal agent will do for anyone. And you're going to literally take people from this list of 1,000 numbers. And honestly, it helps if your area has a 6% turnover rate, because if they did, that's 60 people thinking about buying or selling or have in the year. So in this case, maybe we're closer to, 10 to 15 going into October because everyone's sold. But that's 10 to 15 people that maybe know an agent but maybe don't, that's seeing your stuff. And I guarantee when you go into a listing appointment in this area, people are going to know what you do, and any agent that goes into a listing appointment, they're going to be asked, so what do you do for open houses? Because they are seeing your ideas fresh. And if that agent doesn't have a strategy, you better believe that you're the next one they're calling. So you're literally just going out there having a blast and making fun with it, and you're not spending a lot of money. Some of the agents that on the lending side we work with is $75 an open house, and it's easy. I mean, if you can spend $75 in marketing and get, 1 to 2 buyers or sellers on a $300,000 home, I'll take that investment every single day. So that is what we're doing. And I guess to backtrack just a little bit, the people that are signing in at your open house during the open house, you better believe I'm taking that list as well and uploading it into Facebook, but I am putting more heavily focused targeting on those people because they are the ones that are actively looking at real estate. So I'm putting, photos of, hey, we just sold this home, or, hey, I'm putting a personal video. Thank you for coming through my open house. I would love to talk to you about more and help you understand why it's important to hire the right agent for the job. And those are videos and things that we're putting out in front of people that have signed in at the open house. And through that strategy, one of those buyers came through that, just through constant communication. I'm also calling them. This is not an excuse not to pick up the phone, but if they're getting a phone call, a voicemail, a Facebook post, a card in the mail if you want to go that route, or an email card, like those are things that really separate you and can help you find find another buyer. So we'll jump over. You can tell I'm not really good. This is my first time doing it on a webinar, so and using Prezi. Prezi's kind of a new one. I usually use PowerPoint. But anyways, that's pretty much the gist of this open house, is taking your numbers, targeting those people, targeting people on Facebook, and it's just the consistent retargeting. What I learned early through Facebook is, sure, I can post a video and people will watch it, but that's just it. It's a video. Like, they move on. They forget about real estate. And maybe they're not thinking about buying or selling in that moment, so they're not going to just instantly pick up the phone and call me. So what am I doing to nurture those leads? We hear so much about Facebook and Instagram, people going through and saying, yeah, I'm closing deals on Facebook. It's because they are retargeting and following up consistently. It's not because they just did a Facebook post and they called them off the Facebook post. It's the consistent nurturing. So this is a long-term play, that as you do this with your farm or you do this with your open house, this strategy here will net you new buyers and new sellers, and it might even be higher than the statistics that I provided you. You might be making more than $60,000 in 3 open houses. You never know. So
right,
just want to say.
Let me jump in here real quick. So if you're not familiar with what's called remarketing is, if you've ever seen my ad all over the internet, right, that's called remarketing. And how that happens, and you'll see it with retailers or a lot of businesses online. If you visit a website, then you'll actually start seeing their ads everywhere. So what happens is you get cookied, and then your machine is now cookied, and they're going to display that ad to you, the remarketing ad to you. So, and you can do it specifically. You can drive them to, you can have different pages on your, say, your pro agent site. If it's this price point to this price point, you can have like this type of cookie and things like that, so that you can display different ads for different pages that they land on. So If you've ever seen my ad all over the internet, then you know exactly what remarketing.
Absolutely. And it's simple and it costs pretty much little to nothing. I sent out 10,000 flyers and it cost me $3,600 to do that. And I realized for $3,600 I could have done this strategy, you know, for the next 5 years.
Right.
And maybe have gotten more results. So it's really cheap and effective. And honestly, just a quick plug for my lending side. If you guys want help with an open house or want us to come sponsor it, we'll be happy to do that. Just reach out. There's no strings attached, but we do pride ourselves on helping agents actually build their business and as opposed to just being there and being annoying. So also, too, if you want access to Cole Directory, go to Aubrey and Associates. Rob's fantastic, and it's his training that's helped me go from doing, you know, just starting out 2 years ago to now doing over 40 transactions within the last 2 years, and on track this year for 40 itself. So Rob's an excellent coach, and I highly recommend him if you're considering moving brokerages at this end of the year.
Anybody have any questions? I'll take that silence as a screaming no. So if you don't have any questions, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to end the recording.